Have you ever wondered how to tell if a girl is truly attracted to you? What are the subtle signs that her body is giving away? Understanding female arousal can be tricky, but it's not all that mysterious once you know what to look for. In today's video, we're uncovering 5 key signs that reveal when a girl is physically aroused. Signs that her body just can't hide. Stay tuned, because recognizing these signals could change the way you connect and communicate with her. Let's dive in. If you are not subscribed, I recommend subscribing and activating the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. Sign 1. Body language. When a girl is aroused, her body becomes an open window into her emotions. It's fascinating how much can be communicated through body language, often more than words can ever express. One of the clearest and most telling signs of arousal is her posture and how she moves around you. For example, when she leans in closer while talking to you, it's not just about being physically near. It's a subconscious signal that she feels comfortable and drawn to you. It's almost as if her body is instinctively trying to bridge the space between you, a silent invitation for a deeper connection. There's an undeniable level of intimacy in this simple action, and it speaks volumes about how she feels in the moment. When she leans forward to listen to you, it shows her attention is fully on you. This isn't just casual interest. This is an emotional investment. She wants to know more about you, she wants to feel closer to you, and her body is telling you that. You'll often see this kind of behavior when the conversation is engaging or when there's chemistry present. Her body is mirroring her emotions, subtly telling you that she's more than just present, she's truly engaged. Another key sign to watch out for is prolonged eye contact. When a girl is aroused, she will often lock eyes with you and hold the gaze for a little longer than usual. This may seem like an innocent gesture, but there's so much more happening beneath the surface. Eye contact is one of the most intimate forms of communication, and when she's making prolonged eye contact with you, it's her way of signaling that she's emotionally connected. She wants to connect with you on a deeper, more personal level. And sometimes, this gaze is accompanied by a softening of her expression. Her eyes may appear a little brighter or more focused, as if they're speaking to you without words. The eyes are often referred to as the windows to the soul, and when she holds your gaze, she's allowing you a glimpse into how she truly feels. It's almost as if her eyes are saying, "I'm interested," "I'm intrigued," or "I'm emotionally involved." There's an undeniable level of vulnerability in maintaining eye contact, and it's one of the clearest signs that she's invested in what's happening between the two of you. If she maintains eye contact and seems to be studying you closely, she's showing a level of emotional openness that is truly significant. In addition to eye contact, her subtle movements, like touching her hair or lips more often, are incredibly revealing. These actions may seem innocent or random, but they're often unconscious responses to attraction and arousal. For example, if she runs her fingers through her hair or brushes it back behind her ear, it's a natural reaction to nerves or excitement. The act of touching her hair is a subconscious way of drawing attention to herself. It's as if she's saying, "I want you to notice me," but in a subtle, graceful way. It's a way to flirt without saying a word. Similarly, when she touches her lips, it's another unconscious gesture that can reveal a lot about her emotions. She might gently bite her lip or run her finger across it, which is often a sign of attraction or heightened sensitivity. The lips are an intimate part of the body, and when a girl touches them, it's her way of showing that she's thinking about the physical closeness between the two of you. It's a kind of silent invitation, and it's often linked to arousal or desire. These gestures are tiny, almost imperceptible, but they carry deep meaning, and they're her body's way of saying that she's drawn to you on more than just a surface level. What makes these signs so powerful is that they're not forced or consciously planned. They come from a deeper, more instinctual place within her. These are natural, subconscious responses that happen when she feels a connection or attraction to you. Her body is revealing her feelings, even when she's not saying anything aloud. It's her way of showing that she's comfortable with you, that she's attracted to you, and that she's ready to take the interaction to a more personal, emotional level. Body language is an incredibly strong communicator when it comes to relationships and attraction. If you're paying close attention, you'll start to notice the small, subtle shifts in her behavior. How she leans in, the way her eyes soften, or the little touches she doesn't even realize she's making. These signs speak louder than words ever could and are an invitation to connect on a deeper level. So, the next time you're around her, take a moment to observe these cues. They'll tell you everything you need to know about how she feels, and whether she's emotionally engaged or just passing time. Recognizing these signals can be the key to deepening your connection, creating more meaningful interactions, and building a relationship based on mutual understanding. Sign 2. Flushed skin. Flushed skin is one of the most telling and captivating signs that a girl is aroused, and it's something you simply can't miss once you know what to look for. When a girl feels attraction or excitement, her body responds by increasing blood flow to certain areas, especially her face, neck, and chest. This rush of blood causes her skin to take on a natural, rosy tint, making her look almost radiant. It's a deeply ingrained physiological response that can't be controlled, which makes it so genuine and transparent. The areas where this is most noticeable are her cheeks, neck, and upper chest. You might notice a subtle pinkish or reddish hue spreading across her cheeks, giving her a soft, glowing appearance. It's almost as if the color is blooming in response to how excited or drawn she feels to you at that moment. The flushed skin is a beautiful physical manifestation of attraction, a direct reflection of the chemistry she feels. It's one of the clearest signs that her body is reacting in a way that mirrors her emotions, making it a potent indicator of arousal. What's interesting about this physiological reaction is that it's not just a simple blush. It's a complex response to heightened emotions, and it often indicates that she is emotionally engaged, excited, and vulnerable in a way that words cannot express. It's one thing for someone to tell you that they are attracted to you, but when their body reacts like this, almost instinctively, it adds an entirely new layer of authenticity to the moment. Her flushed skin is a silent, intimate way of showing you exactly how she feels, even if she isn't saying anything aloud. In many cases, this flushed look will spread beyond just her cheeks and neck. You might also notice a warm glow around her chest, particularly the upper portion where her skin may appear slightly redder than usual. This increased blood flow is her body's natural response to the attraction she's feeling, and it's a powerful indicator that she's not only physically aroused, but also emotionally involved. The way her skin flushes reveals an emotional depth and a sense of excitement that she might not even be fully aware of. What makes flushed skin so fascinating is that it's not just about physical attraction. It's about the emotional connection between the two of you. When she blushes or experiences that deep flush across her skin, it's a sign that she's feeling something more than just surface-level interest. Her body is communicating to you that she's engaged, intrigued, and emotionally stimulated by your presence and the dynamic between you both. It's an intimate, almost vulnerable sign that she's feeling the attraction, and it happens without her needing to say a word. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. This sign is also one of the most charming and endearing because it reflects how pure and unguarded her feelings are at the moment. There's something incredibly captivating about seeing someone respond so genuinely to their emotions. When her skin flushes, it's almost as if she's giving you a glimpse into her inner world, an intimate invitation to understand how deeply she's connecting with you. It's a raw, emotional response that's as powerful as it is beautiful. Flushed skin also creates a certain energy in the interaction. It's a subtle but magnetic quality that can make you more aware of the chemistry between the two of you. The warmth and softness of her skin, combined with the natural flush, create an aura of closeness and intimacy. It draws you in, making you feel that there's something more happening on a deeper, emotional level. This physical reaction is often one of the most honest and revealing ways her body communicates that she is interested, excited, and ready to engage with you in a more meaningful way. If you notice her skin becoming flushed, whether it's around her cheeks, neck, or chest, it's a surefire sign that her body is responding to attraction. It's a direct, unfiltered signal that tells you exactly how she's feeling at that moment. Her flushed skin is her body's way of showing vulnerability and excitement, letting you know that she's drawn to you and emotionally engaged in the connection you're building together. It's a beautiful, natural response that not only highlights her attraction but also speaks to the deeper emotional currents flowing between the two of you. So, the next time you see her cheeks flush, take it as a sign of arousal, excitement, and genuine interest. It's one of the clearest signals you can get. Sign 3. Changes in breathing. One of the most fascinating and telling signs that a girl is aroused is the change in her breathing. It's an involuntary and unconscious physical reaction to heightened emotions, and it provides an incredibly intimate insight into her state of mind. When a girl is attracted to someone or feels a strong emotional or physical connection, her body begins to react in various ways, and her breathing is often one of the first things to change. It's an immediate and undeniable signal that she is emotionally and physically engaged in the moment. As her excitement builds, her breathing pattern may shift, becoming quicker and more shallow. This change is a direct result of an increased heart rate, something that naturally occurs when a person is feeling aroused. Her body's natural response to attraction or anticipation is to take in more air to supply oxygen to the body as it adjusts to the heightened energy levels. These faster, shallower breaths are a sign of both physical arousal and emotional excitement, as her body is in a state of readiness, reacting to the attraction she feels. If you're paying close attention, you might begin to notice these changes in real time. As her breath becomes more rapid, her chest may begin to rise and fall more noticeably. You might observe her body subtly shifting with each breath, perhaps drawing a little closer to you as she breathes in and out. It's as if her entire being is becoming more attuned to the chemistry between you, reacting to the intensity of the interaction. These physical responses are unconscious, and they reflect how much she's feeling at the moment, how emotionally and physically invested she is in what's happening between the two of you. In many cases, her breathing may not just become quicker but may also deepen slightly as she attempts to take in more air to keep up with the emotional and physical intensity of the situation. She may begin to take deeper breaths, inhaling more sharply and exhaling more forcefully. This deeper, more controlled breathing often signals that she's becoming more aware of the connection, trying to ground herself amid the excitement of the moment. It's a sign that she is both physically aroused and emotionally involved, as her body naturally adjusts to the rising intensity of her feelings. When she takes those deeper breaths, it's almost as if she is subconsciously trying to match the energy you're both sharing, and this is a very personal, intimate moment. These changes in her breathing don't always happen in dramatic bursts. Sometimes they are more subtle. You might notice her breath quickening for just a few moments before returning to a more regular pace, or her chest rising and falling with a gentle rhythm, as if her body is becoming more attuned to the sensations she's experiencing. The beauty of this physical reaction is that it can be so quiet and gentle that it goes unnoticed by many. However, when you're paying close attention, it becomes a clear, silent signal that she is aroused and engaged with you in a deeper, emotional sense. What makes these changes even more powerful is that they are not something she can easily control. Breathing is a deeply involuntary process, and when her breath quickens or deepens, it's a reflection of how strongly she's feeling in the moment. It's one of the most authentic, natural ways her body communicates her arousal and attraction, without her needing to say anything. It's a response that comes directly from the body and reflects the raw, genuine emotions she's experiencing. In some cases, if the attraction or emotional connection is particularly strong, her breathing may even become erratic. Her breath may become a bit more unsteady, or you might notice her taking in noticeably uneven breaths. This can happen when she feels overwhelmed by the emotions or sensations she's experiencing, whether it's excitement, desire, or nervousness. It's as if her body is reacting too quickly to the intensity of the feeling she's having, and her breathing becomes one of the first indicators that she's feeling physically and emotionally stirred. Her body's heightened sensitivity to breathing is also tied to the anticipation she's experiencing. This doesn't just apply to physical closeness. It also has to do with the emotions she's feeling at that moment. Whether she's eagerly anticipating the next step in your interaction, or simply savoring the emotional connection building between you, the rhythm of her breath becomes a reflection of how she's processing everything she's feeling. The faster, shallower breaths are often a sign of excitement or nervous energy, while deeper breaths can signal a calm but powerful connection, as if she's taking in the intensity of the moment. The beauty of breathing changes is that they often happen in a way that's difficult to fake. Unlike a smile or a glance, her body's natural response to arousal doesn't follow the script. It happens instinctively, which makes it one of the most reliable and genuine signs of attraction. Her breath can tell you more about how she feels than words ever could. It's as if her body is speaking for her, telling you exactly how she's responding to the interaction. Whether it's the way her chest rises and falls with each breath, or the way her breathing becomes slightly heavier or more rapid, these physical signs can't be hidden. They're a direct, unfiltered reaction to the emotions and sensations she's experiencing, and they offer a beautiful, intimate glimpse into her true feelings. So, if you notice her breath changing, becoming faster, more shallow, or deeper and more deliberate, it's a clear sign that she is emotionally and physically engaged in the moment. It's a signal that her attraction to you is real, and it's one of the most honest ways her body communicates her feelings. Every change in her breathing is an invitation to pay closer attention to how she's reacting, how she's connecting with you, and how much she's enjoying the moment. It's an incredibly powerful and intimate sign that shouldn't be overlooked, as it reflects the depth of her emotional and physical investment in the interaction. Sign 4. Eye dilation. Eye dilation is one of the most fascinating and unmistakable signs that a girl is aroused, and it offers a deeply intimate and biological insight into her feelings. When someone experiences arousal or strong attraction, one of the first and most natural physiological responses is the dilation of their pupils. This reaction occurs because the body is in a heightened state of excitement, which causes the pupils to expand. It's a completely involuntary and subconscious reaction, her body's way of responding to the emotions and physical sensations she's experiencing in the moment. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. You may not always notice it right away, but once you do, it's hard to ignore. If you're paying close attention to her eyes, you might see that her pupils have become noticeably larger than usual. This dilation is often subtle, but it can be quite dramatic if the arousal or attraction is particularly intense. The pupils, which are usually just small and black, become more open and round, which indicates a heightened level of interest, desire, and emotional engagement. This physical change occurs as her body's sympathetic nervous system kicks into action, preparing her for what's to come. What makes eye dilation so fascinating is that it's an automatic, involuntary response. She can't consciously control it, which makes it one of the most genuine indicators of arousal. It's not something she's doing on purpose. It's her body's natural reaction to the emotions and physical sensations coursing through her. This makes it one of the most authentic signs of attraction. Her eyes, which are already a powerful means of communication, become even more telling when you notice her pupils dilating. It's as if her body is giving away her emotions without her saying a word, making it a deeply intimate and personal signal. The dilation of the pupils is also a sign of deep focus and interest. When a girl is aroused, she often becomes completely captivated by the person she's attracted to. Her body responds by increasing the amount of light entering her eyes to help her focus on the object of her attention, whether it's you or the connection that's building between you. When you notice that her pupils have expanded, it's a sign that she is emotionally engaged and drawn to you in a way that goes beyond surface-level interaction. She's experiencing a heightened sense of arousal and is focused entirely on the moment you're sharing. Eye dilation is often considered a biological signal of attraction. Studies have shown that when people feel an emotional or physical connection to someone, their pupils tend to dilate as a sign of excitement and interest. This means that her dilating pupils are a clear, natural indicator that she is feeling aroused and attracted to you. The way her eyes lock onto yours, with pupils dilating, can speak volumes about the chemistry between you. It's a nonverbal cue that communicates her feelings of attraction more directly and powerfully than words ever could. What makes this sign even more potent is the fact that eye dilation happens almost instinctively. The pupils expand because the body is responding to a variety of emotions: excitement, attraction, and arousal. This reaction is deeply embedded in our biology, making it one of the clearest signs of interest that someone can show. It's a raw, unguarded signal that reveals how much someone is feeling in the moment. When her pupils dilate, it's as though her eyes are saying, "I'm attracted to you, and I'm fully engaged in this moment with you." Eye dilation is also one of the hardest signs to fake or hide. While someone might try to control their facial expressions or body language, they can't stop their pupils from reacting naturally to arousal. This makes it an incredibly reliable indicator that she is feeling what you might be feeling, a strong, magnetic connection. It's one of the most powerful nonverbal signals that shows just how deeply she's responding to the attraction and the energy shared between the two of you. When you notice her pupils dilating, take it as a clear, unmistakable sign that her feelings for you are more than just casual. The subtle beauty of eye dilation is that it is a universal, biological response to attraction and arousal. Whether you're meeting someone for the first time or growing closer to someone you already know, the dilation of their pupils is a natural, unconscious reaction that speaks to the powerful emotions and chemistry present in the moment. When a girl's pupils dilate, it's her body's way of revealing how captivated she is by you, how much she's engaged in the interaction, and how strongly she feels the connection. It's a beautiful and personal sign that goes beyond words, and it's one of the clearest ways her body communicates its true desires. So, if you notice her pupils becoming noticeably larger and more focused, it's a clear sign that she's feeling aroused and emotionally engaged. It's a small, subtle detail, but one that speaks volumes about her attraction to you. Eye dilation is a powerful signal that should never be overlooked, because it's an instinctive, raw, and beautiful sign of deep interest and arousal. Sign 5. Increased sensitivity to touch. One of the most intimate and telling signs that a girl is aroused is an increased sensitivity to touch. This heightened sensitivity is a natural, physiological response that occurs as her body reacts to the emotions and physical sensations she is experiencing. When a girl is feeling attracted to someone or aroused, the blood flow to her skin increases, especially in the areas most receptive to touch, such as her arms, back, and neck. As a result, her skin becomes much more sensitive, and even the lightest touch can send a wave of sensation through her body. You may notice that she reacts more intensely to even the softest caresses or a simple brush of your fingers. Something as subtle as a hand grazing her arm or a gentle touch on her shoulder might elicit a deeper, more pronounced response. Her body may even flinch or shiver slightly at the sensation, as if the touch is amplifying the physical connection between the two of you. This increased sensitivity makes her more aware of physical contact, causing her to feel every touch more profoundly than usual. It's as though each point of contact becomes heightened, filling her with a stronger sense of pleasure and emotional connection. The reason for this heightened sensitivity lies in the complex network of blood vessels and nerve endings that become more active when a girl is aroused. The body's response to arousal is a combination of physical and emotional triggers that make her skin more sensitive to stimuli. The increased blood flow to the skin not only makes her more receptive to touch, but also intensifies the way she experiences it. In essence, it's her body's way of soaking in every detail of the interaction and amplifying the pleasure of physical contact. This heightened sensitivity also has a deeply emotional component. When a girl is aroused, the increase in sensitivity allows her to feel the intimacy of the moment more deeply. It's as if the touch becomes more meaningful, creating a deeper connection with the person touching her. Each time your hand grazes her skin, she's able to experience it more intensely, making every physical interaction feel more profound and emotionally charged. This is why physical contact, whether it's a light touch on her arm, a kiss on her cheek, or the brush of your hand against hers, can have such a powerful impact on her when she's aroused. What's fascinating is how her response to touch can change. A simple touch, which might be overlooked in a non-aroused state, can feel incredibly intense when her body is more sensitive. You may notice that she becomes more tactile, seeking out ways to increase physical contact, perhaps lingering longer during a hug or leaning in closer when you're near. Her increased sensitivity to touch is not just a physical reaction. It's also a sign of her emotional investment in the moment. When she reacts more intensely to your touch, It's her way of showing how much she's enjoying the connection and how deeply she feels the chemistry between you. This heightened sensitivity is one of the most intimate ways her body communicates her arousal. It's not just a sign that she's feeling attracted to you physically. It's also an indication that she is emotionally engaged at the moment. Her body is responding to the closeness, the connection, and the intimacy you share, and she's savoring every sensation that comes with it. This makes physical contact feel even more intimate and emotionally significant. In addition to making her more responsive to touch, this heightened sensitivity can also lead to more passionate or intense reactions. If you touch her skin more intimately, such as gently stroking her back or running your fingers along her neck, she may respond with a soft sigh or a slight shiver, signaling that the sensation is deeply pleasurable. Her increased sensitivity to touch makes every moment of contact feel heightened, and it's a reflection of how much she's connecting with you, both physically and emotionally. Her skin sensitivity can also make her more attuned to your touch, encouraging her to seek out more moments of physical connection. As she becomes more aware of how her body reacts to your touch, she might start to initiate more contact, whether it's by gently touching your arm, leaning into your touch, or finding excuses to be closer to you. This desire for physical closeness is a natural result of her body's increased sensitivity, and it signals a deeper longing for connection and intimacy. Ultimately, the increased sensitivity to touch when a girl is aroused is an incredibly powerful and intimate signal. It shows that her body is not only physically responding to the attraction she feels, but it also reflects her emotional and psychological engagement with you. Each touch, no matter how small or subtle, carries greater significance, and her response to these sensations is a clear indication of her desire to deepen the connection between you both. If you notice her reacting more intensely to touch, it's a clear and unmistakable sign that she's aroused, emotionally invested, and eager to experience the physical connection in the most profound way possible. So, there you have it. We've explored 5 powerful signs that a girl is aroused, from her body language and flushed skin to changes in breathing, eye dilation, and increased sensitivity to touch. All of these signs are natural, subconscious ways her body communicates attraction, excitement, and emotional engagement. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What have you learned so far? Is there a sign that stood out to you the most? Maybe one that you didn't know about before, or something you plan to look out for in your own life. Please take a moment to leave a comment below and share one thing you've learned and will bring into practice. If you enjoyed this video and found it insightful, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more fascinating insights into psychology and relationships. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.